All right, first episode, Journeyman. Is it a show or a podcast, you think? What should I call it?
I would say show.
Show? I think it's a show.
Yeah, because you're going to do multiple different things.
Yeah.
Or, maybe have different people on. So I'd say show.
I like show.
Yeah.
I like show.
I feel like when you do podcasts, then you're stuck and you have to do like a podcast.
Yeah, and this will be like super on the go.
Yeah.
So at times it'll be super like run and gun. Mm-hmm. And I don't see that as a podcast.
No, yeah. I mean, we got a simulator in the back.
I'm also too lazy to upload to all the podcast platforms.
Exactly, yeah. Trust me, I know. There's a bunch of different...
I'm good with just YouTube and then, play it on the car ride or whatever.
Yeah.
I do that anyways. Like, I do that with, there's, like, the Sean Ryan show, and he's, like, a retired Navy SEAL and brings on all these other Navy SEALs. And then it's a show, but he's on audio platforms. I don't go to any of those. I just do the YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, like, the only, I think, podcast that I listen to is probably Rogan's because it's on Spotify. So, like, you have to kind of go to, an audio streaming thing.
Yeah.
But there are the videos on there. So if I can watch the video, I watch it. But I'd rather watch than listen.
Fair.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. So, first episode, I got my boy Alex with me.
Yeah.
Liff God Acosta.
Yeah.
This dude is a star. Y'all don't know it yet, but this dude's a freaking star.
Aha.
He's not going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that because I know he's a star because this dude is multi-talented. He does a bunch of stuff, and he does it very well at the highest levels of all the things that he does. And I'm not gaslighting? No.
Gaslighting would
Gaslighting is the other way?
Hopefully you're not gaslighting.
Bro, no.
I'm like, damn, okay, I'm not a star.
I'm so fucking old, dude. Wow.
No, you're not hyping. You're just like
it's hype.
Hyping. Or, train. What's it called?
Hype train?
Hype training.
Hype training.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
So, dude's videographer, photographer, editor, podcaster, former MMA, we out here.
Yeah.
Host, just good personality, good dude. Is filmed so many people in golf. And what's funny is he was doing it in the very beginning. And he had no idea that he was filming the big. You were filming the biggest players and biggest stars in golf.
Yeah.
And you were just like, I don't know. I got that. I'm going to Vegas.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
I know. I would send Marcos. I'm like, hey, do you know this guy named Bryson? I just filmed this
Bryson
guy named
Dechambeau. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, just got a little wet.
I'd say when I first started, so I work for CCA, Country Club adjacent.
Yeah, everything you see of CCA, Country Club adjacent, this is the guy right here who's running that and engineering that and has taken it to a whole new level with that channel and all their content. It's really freaking good, and this is the brains.
Yeah, and shouts out Matt too.
Yeah,
gotta give shouts out to Matt. That's our long form guy. He's a beast. But yeah, I started with them literally. It's been a year now. So last December, not December, but the December before that. And I think because me and Marcos have known each other for a long time. I met Marcos back in the day through MMA, basically at a gym called Fight Academy. And when I first started in this world, I didn't even like golf really, and I was just like, whatever. So I
was so happy for you, but I was also very jealous because here I am, grinding, tagging people, sending my stuff. Dude, I was filming D1 college golfers just so I can make a hype reel in golf so I could send it to Bryson or send it to this person. This dude walks right out. I was like, I'm with Bryson DeChambeau. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Yeah. The first time I filmed with him was he did the very first time Bryson did the long drive stuff.
Yeah,
that's
you guys were that long drive. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
Then you guys did the podcast with him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, all right. I didn't know these guys. I remember even with I think it was Niemann.
Yeah, Joaquin Niemann. That's another one that I'm like, bro. This dude, so he goes to all the majority of the live events and has met all these players, has walked 18 holes with these players.
Which I don't really like.
Yeah.
But we do it.
Yeah. But I think that's why it works, though, is because you wouldn't act like how To be, I don't act crazy. It has to be the right player, obviously. Like I just met some of the best players in the world too recently, and I didn't really do anything to me.
Yeah.
Like it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
I felt like I've met famous people like working with super rare.
Yeah.
So, like,
MMA and stuff.
MMA people, you have to treat them as customers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, it'd have to be someone like crazy fame. Like, I don't even know because I met Caitlyn Jenner and it was just like okay.
I would feel nothing about that.
Yeah. It was just like, all right. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was
that
cool.
That would be cool.
Jamie Foxx was cool, but to me, still like I know Jamie Foxx, but he hasn't really like. For me, at least, I'm like, all right, it's Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
it's cool. But it's the events are funny. Like walking the 18 for me at least.
That's brutal. In the Florida humidity.
Walking 18, I still because when I first started with them, I didn't know about the events. I'd never gone to a golf event or anything like that, and so they're like, yeah, we're gonna play in the Pro-Am. I'm like, don't know what that is, but all right, let's go.
It's just like,
and so we go. I think the first one was Tulsa. And they're like, all right, cool. And I wore Vans. And they're like, all right, so we're going to play in the Pro-Am. We're going to film all 18. I was like, all right, cool. I get there, and I'm like, oh, so where's the cart? They're like, oh, no, you don't. This is a pro event. We don't have carts. And I was like, wait, so I got to walk this whole thing?
Yeah.
And oh, my, I cannot tell you, I almost quit right after that. Because I was like, dude, I did not know that this was what happens. Like, God, I am not in shape for this. But, yeah, like, it's still like, the last event was Jersey, I think it was. Oh no, Miami.
You guys were and at Trump's course. I think.
Yeah, I was just like so clueless to certain stuff in golf, right? But even that, right? So like I still remember we're walking like because we had finished filming and we're walking like the last like couple holes. Or no, sorry, this is the next day, so we're just watching the Pro-Am, but we have the ropes and we're just walking, and I wasn't paying attention, and I'm like on my phone, and I'm literally like walking with the players like in the middle of the course.
Did you run into one?
I was walking with them.
No, okay.
And I'm just like walking, just chilling, not paying attention. And it's like hella quiet. I'm like, okay, no one's talking. I'm just walking. And I look over to my right and I just see Jake like, live. And everybody's like on the ropes.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just like walking in the middle of the course and shit. And I was like,
please tell me you have Vans on.
Like, what's up? Yeah. Dude, I had Vans on and I had this Mortal Kombat sleeveless shirt on. And I'm just walking and I go over there. I'm like, what's up? They're like, hey, we're not supposed to like walk. We have to be on the rope. I was like,
you're just like on TV with the caddies and everything.
But once I knew that too, like, because I think Bryson won the last one, right?
Yeah. The team.
So like I was getting close and this cop's like, oh, you got to stay back. But right when like the last guy made the putt and they were doing it, I just walked all up in there. I'm sure I'm up on TV with like my sleeveless shirt on, just like filming and stuff. I'm like, yeah.
What I love too is that you're just you, and you guys went to a red carpet event, and the rest of the guys. I'm gonna put all these clips up there too, so you whatever we're talking about, you're gonna see it. But you go to some red carpet event. What the hell was that? Was that the ESPN?
So
Awards?
We got invited to the esports award.
Oh, esports, okay.
And because they had a golf tournament from GCC or
GGC, yeah, Golf Gaming Club.
Yeah, Golf Gaming Club.
That's what that stands for.
And
is that with Daltouche and all that?
Daltouche is part of it, but yeah, they have like a bunch of people there. So we knew the awards was going. So the funny story is that wasn't like a mandatory thing for us. So that was just like part of it.
Okay.
So I'm like, so we have the tournament the day before, and the next day we're just chilling. And I'm even texting the boys, and everybody's like, oh, we're just chilling. So like I'm sitting in my hotel room, and I'm just like, I get bored, and I'm like in my Birkenstocks and like basketball shorts and just like a normal shirt. And I'm like, let me go walk around the casino. So I'm like walking around, and then I get to the point that like overlooks the event, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm like looking, I'm like trying to see if I see anybody famous. So I start leaving, and then Jake and Griff walk up, and they're all dressed up. I was like, where are you guys going? They're like, oh, we're gonna go to the awards. You wanna go? And I was like, right now? They're like, yeah. I was like, I guess. Like, where is it at? So we walk, and it was the same awards I was watching. And everybody's dressed up, and I was like, I don't know if they're gonna let me in dressed like this, but they did.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I was in there like, oh, okay.
Bro, I
hope because some guy took a picture of me, and he's like, let me take a picture of you. So
I was gonna ask, did anybody like
one guy with the
like,
camera did.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. But then, of course, I was like, bro, this is pretty funny. Let me make a little video about this. Cause
That's hilarious.
everybody was dressed up, and I dressed like I literally just woke up.
I wish you could have got the photo from that guy and then put it at the end of that reel.
I know.
Just like you know, hey, yeah.
It was funny, though. But I don't really care that much, honestly.
I love that. And I think that's why it works so well into all the things that you do and why you excel at them so fast is because there's a ton of really good videographers and photographers, but they're fucking weird and awkward at times, and you can't mesh with the space. Like, you can film real estate all day long, but if we put you around like, you know, NFL players or NHL players or whatever, like, you know, somebody of like some celebrity status or a top athlete or whatever, how do you act like then, you know? Do you fuck up and do some weird shit? So I think that's why it works, especially in golf for you, because you're like, yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah. For me, at least, I felt super comfortable in that world because I have no idea who any of these people are. And still to this day, like, I know some of the bigger names now, right? Like,
but you know
Bryson
them because not because of they play. You know them because you worked with them already.
I've literally
and you're like, oh yeah,
them.
dude, I remember you last year. That was a great episode.
Yeah, I never, like, in Doral was the first time I was like, I told them, because we were done filming, so the last day we literally just had all day to chill. I was like, I actually want to walk. That's why I was like, I didn't know though, but I was like walking in the middle with them and shit. But I was like, I've never actually like watched golf like this. Like, I'm always filming. Like, you know, when we're out, a lot of times we're at the golf. For him, he plays, but like, I'm just filming. And once I'm done filming, I'm like, I'm done. I'm tired.
You're out.
Yeah. So I was like, I actually want to watch golf. So that's the first time I literally watched people play. And I think it was Bryson, Joaquin, and then
they were in the same group?
They were in the same group.
Jeez.
And then two other, I forget the other people, but
yeah. That's freaking sick, dude. I think it's a good, obviously it meshes well with like Live because they're like the fun events to go to and all of that. Are you guys going to Vegas for that one?
So no, we're actually going to do a lot more waste management stuff.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, it's the same time.
Same time. Yeah. I think we're going to Vegas, but literally for one day for the Sports Illustrated tournament.
Oh.
So that should be cool because hopefully we run into like Khaled and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be there, but I don't think only because like waste management, at least for us last year, was so big. For us. That we're gonna focus there, and we're actually gonna be on a hole with Palm Tree.
No way.
Yeah, so we're gonna be on a hole. But last year was cool because like.
That's sick.
I brought my phone. You can film with your phone, and then I remember we found these vests.
Yo, yeah, you guys vest. Like dressed up.
I found one. Mark found one, and then so like we gave it to them, and then we just all like, they should act like security guards. I mean, it did good, and like we snuck into hole 16, and
what did Mark say on that one? He was like, okay, I can go this way, I can't go that way.
Oh yeah, so like what they did was they would go in the middle because like there's like the intersections, right, where everybody's walking.
Yeah.
And they would literally go and stop, and him and stop to be like, if you're going this way, if you're going that way, that way. But if you go that way, it's not this way, but this way is that way. And they were just confusing the hell out of people. People were like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was funny. But it ended up being really good for us, right?
It was so good.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Because we do work with Liv, sometimes PGA doesn't really like let us do stuff.
Yeah.
So like that was kind of a big event for us because it wasn't like PGA was like, come and film content. We just filmed content and it was huge for us. So now this year, one of the companies that's in there is bringing us. So
that's dope.
PGA, I don't know too much.
They kind of can't say anything at a certain point if it's like, it sounds like a sponsor is bringing them. Mm-hmm. So if a sponsor's putting in that kind of money and like bringing them out, then you're kind of like, I mean, of course PGA could probably do something about it, but they have probably a lot more leeway now to like do stuff versus you don't have to sneak in now.
Yeah, like I said, I don't care.
You're like, I don't know.
I just go there to work. Put me there. Once I'm done filming, I'll probably chill.
Shit, I'm trying to.
I don't know if you saw that picture. I was in there and I was like, there's a picture of me on my phone on the couch that one of them took for me. Because we were in one of like the booths or something like that. And I was sitting there just with my feet up, texting, and someone took a picture. I posted, I was like, damn.
I did see this.
Waste management is so fun.
Yeah.
Like, I could give a shit.
You was like out of it. He's like on the notorious, like, the 16th hole.
Yeah.
And if anyone doesn't know what that is, okay. So Waste Management is coming up, and every year it's probably where the PGA, I would say, has a pulse of their events, and it's not a major. It's just like a fun event in Arizona and Scottsdale where it just gets really freaking wild. It's a par 3 hole, and it's like a party pretty much.
Yeah.
Anybody who puts it close or makes birdie, they throw drinks on the course, and it gets wild. So I've never been, he's been, and it's like some people, it's like their dream to go, and Alex is going, and he's been there, and he's just like on his phone, like not even watching, he does not care.
But yeah, like, granted though, right? Like when you're in those booths, I feel like a lot of people are like me. A lot of people are there just for the party.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but I don't party.
Yeah.
I don't even drink. So
Yeah,
I'm sitting there like,
either.
can we go, like what? Can we film something? Or like, what am I supposed to be doing? Or like, but yeah, like it was funny. Like we almost got to the point where we were gonna walk in the
onto the hole.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so like, well, we got into the back
with the vest on or without?
Yeah.
Oh.
So like basically they tried it once and we just went up to these stairs and Marcus was like, all right, yeah, come on, guys, come into the security. And the security's like, wait, who the hell are you guys? But then so when we did it on the 16, we went through the exit.
Oh my god.
And we didn't go, I guess there's like 2 spots. There's like a VIP and there's like a general
Yeah.
And so we did the general spot. We didn't go into like the VIP.
Yeah.
So we went to the general, we went to the exit. And it's just like they flustered that security guard so much they had no idea. And then Mark's like, yeah, I forget the name. He's like, tell Jim. Jim sent us over here, Jim. And we just all walk in and we're just like, all right. And then I remember we're standing like on this pole where the hole is like there. Bro. And we're just standing there and we're just like, damn. And then another security guard comes to them. They're like, hey, what are you? They're not supposed to be standing here. They're like, oh, yeah. Guys, come over here. And then we just walked in. It was fun, though.
Bro, and then out of all people to do it, Mark is like probably the guy that you just would like, he's not supposed to be here. You know.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like ponytail and all. There's no
he
way.
just dressed. He just looks. It's funny because sometimes he's like, I hate when people. I'm like, bro, but look at you,
dude.
Of course, people are gonna judge you, bro. Just like how people judge me. If I was gonna walk in there, people would be like, what the hell is this little like essay over here? Like, what the hell? Like, it's the same thing with him, bro. Like, I'm like, you gotta. It comes with it, right? Because I remember we went to Ping. We were at the Ping factory a couple months ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and it was funny because it was me, Griff, and Mark, and if you stand me, Griff, and Mark next to each other, I feel like 10 times out of 10 choose Griff as the golfer, right?
Yes.
So like we're
For
sitting
sure.
there and he's doing the guy that's giving us the tour. I remember he was like, he's employee number 60, right? They all get numbers and he's been there forever. He's employee number 60. He's giving us his tour and he literally is talking to us and he looks at Griff. He's like, yeah, you golf, right? So but he starts talking and Mark just goes, hey, yeah, I golf too.
We all golf. Yeah.
I golf too, just so you know. And it was just so funny. But I'm like, bro, you can't get that mad though, bro. Because like, what do you think, bro? Like, it's an old guy sport kind of, right? It was at least. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely changing now.
It's changing now.
And it's evolved a lot now. I mean, obviously, I'm still super new into it. But so like all these people... And do people do that? Maybe I do it with you because I'm like, oh, dude, that's Bryson Dechambeau, that's Joaquin Niemann, that's Brooks Koepka. And you're probably like, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. I really don't. Like, there's so many times where I'm with the boys and we're sitting there and we're talking to these guys and they're all like talking. I'm just like sitting there quiet, right? I always look like an asshole. I know
that's
my face.
So good, dude.
My face.
I love that. I bet they love that too.
Just like how I am though, right?
Yeah.
I'm a person. I'm kind of stoic, but I'll talk if I'm getting talked to, but I don't like to go out of my way. And especially if I don't know them, right? So like we're sitting there, we're talking. Like this one time, we're all talking to these guys. And I remember seeing a couple of them on the course, but I was like, I don't know. But there's a couple of these other guys.
Because they look normal, too.
Yeah, and
right?
I'm just sitting there
look
talking.
like,
And then I won't say their name, but this was the funniest part, right?
All right,
so one of these guys, I had no idea, but like they're smoking weed, right? Because they all smoke weed.
I love that.
And
That's amazing.
they're smoking weed, and I keep seeing one of the guys, he keeps looking at the joint. Every time he gets passed around, he keeps looking at the joint. And I don't really smoke, but someone passes me, I'll smoke. I was like, hey, you want some? And he's like, I mean, I guess if you're offering. He starts smoking. And we left. We're like, bro, only Liff could offer him that because, like, we couldn't, but it's better that you offered it.
I have to know who the hell this
I'll tell
is.
you afterwards. Yeah, I don't expect, for me, especially because golf really isn't my sport. I'm sure, like, even if I met Tiger Woods, I'd be like, damn, that's Tiger. But other than that, I'd be like, Okay.
That's how I was. That's how I was. It was
All right. I see
when
you
I
on TV sometimes. Cool.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I think it's because we've been around like alphas, and we've been around guys who could kill us, you
Yes.
know, and so we feel like not that they want to, but we know that they could, and so for me, that's when I feel that, I'm always like, you know, it's a different feel when you're around like golfers, because now we're kind of the alphas, and we can kill them.
I think you
if
hit
we
it on the head
wanted
right
to.
there, right?
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah.
like
We've been around like the best athletes in the world.
Yeah.
And it's still hard for me to say that, like, would you say golfers are athletes? Like, yeah, I feel like
there's some, I would
there's
say.
some,
I
but-
feel like I feel like this new generation's trying to make them into athletes.
Yeah, I agree.
Athletes. It's a sport, right? It does like,
Yeah.
I would say this, having a walk at 18, that's athletic. Because I almost died on that shit, bro. So that's the athletic part. Kudos to you guys. But other than that, I mean, it is just walking,
He
right?
walked 118. He was like,
Oh
I'm
my
done, son.
Dude. But no, I think you hit on the nail on the head, because like I said, we met each other through MMA.
Yeah.
And we all both trained MMA for a long time. It's been a big part of our life. And 99.9% of humans on this earth, right? We'd be okay. We could handle ourselves. Yeah. So we meet these people, we train with these people that can beat us up. We do it. So you go into golf and you're just like, cool, dude. Okay. Like you said, it's the alpha thing, right?
Yeah.
When we're in these big gyms against these killers, we're all alphas, but some are probably more alpha than us. Yeah. But when I'm in that golf world, I know there's MMA fighters in it, but I'm just like, I don't care, bro. I just don't care. I'm like, it just doesn't do anything for me. I think, but because of the sport that we were first in, we're coming into the sport, like, all right, this is fun, we'll play it. But like, I hate like the big, like these guys are like, oh damn, look. I'm like, oh, he's a fucking golfer, dog. Like, cool.
Yeah, I don't fanboy out about them as a person. It's more of like the stuff that they've won, where it's just like, bro, I know how fucking hard golf is, so that's like, I'm amazed at the accomplishments that they've had.
Yeah.
But as people, I think it's a good thing why I haven't met and really pushed into like some of the players that I've met, because I don't know how they are as people. I don't know if we would gel or really vibe, because I see not that I see weakness in them, but I see like just things I just can't like.
Fake.
Yeah. So, and it's, I don't know. But it's a different world for sure. And I appreciate their accomplishments. I still can't think that golfers are like athletes, like athletic.
Yes, athletic.
Yeah, athletic. Yeah.
Athletic is the word. Athletes.
Athlete, possibly, maybe, I guess. Some newer ones, yeah. But athletic, no.
I think you have to be a specific amount of athletic to be considered an athlete, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Yeah,
so
yeah,
I feel like some of these golfers, it's a sport, but I don't think that necessarily makes them an athlete. Because like you can see some of these guys, like these big chunky guys, like just because you do it, it's just like bowling. Like I love bowling, but I wouldn't say, oh, you're a bowler, then you're an athlete, bro.
No.
Dog, there's some big, not jack, but there's some big boys that go there and you throw a golf ball and they're drenched in sweat from one roll. Like that's not that athletic to me, dog.
No, yeah. And it's funny you bring that up, because like when I started playing in 2020, I was like, okay, I stopped training. I stopped like working out because I wanted to like give my body a rest. Probably a bad idea. Looking back, it's probably a bad idea. But
same.
Yeah, but I wanted to eat all the foods. And I planned this even before the pandemic happened. I was like, hey, girl, I braced my girlfriend, everything. Things are going to change around here, okay? Yeah. Those 2 workouts a day I was doing, the fucking 5-6 mile runs I would do every Sunday on top of training. That's not happening anymore. Because I just wanted to eat the foods that we weren't eating. I wanted to like just be chilling normal. You live, yeah. And when pandemic hit, I was already kind of doing that, and I loved it. But as I got into golf, the dudes that I saw were like more out of shape, the fucking better player they were. And it made no sense to me. I was like, all right, cool, I'm on the right track. I'm like, let's just keep going. And then as I started working out again, I was like, bro, my fucking game is going to shit. I wonder if you just can't be in shape for this game. I don't know. But it's now there's a healthy balance in it now where I see where I still have to have some maintenance and shit for that.
I feel like that, like you said, there's a healthy balance, but I feel like personally, I feel like the better the athlete you are, though, I think it would translate more into the game. Because like I feel like nowadays, I feel like it's thrown people off because I feel maybe I keep saying I feel. I've said I feel like 30 times.
I say whatchamacallit all the fucking time.
I think golfers, I don't want to say never, but I feel like a high percentage of it throughout the years of golf never focused on that. So
they just focused on playing.
They just focused on playing. So when you start throwing in these trainings and stuff like that, it probably will throw off your game because now you're sore from something else trying to go play.
Yeah.
But I feel in the long run, the more athletic you are, the more in shape you are. It's just like everything, right? I was a trainer for 9 years.
Yeah.
I know these things for that in the body, right? Once you start getting used to that and your body starts being like, all right, so we are doing this, we are staying in shape, but we're also playing golf.
Yeah.
The better the athlete you are, it's going to translate into golf so much better because you're going to be able to swing more consistently because your body's not going to fatigue as easily, right? You're going to be able to walk these goddamn 18s like it's nothing. You're going to be able to do all this types of stuff, and your body's just going to be able to stay more composed, better conditioned throughout all of these things. So I feel like, especially say if I wanted to get like heavy into golf, like play, I still think about it to this day because I'm trying to play more. I'm like, man, I want to just get in hella shape for this though. Like I want to be like a jacked ass golfer.
That'd be sick.
Because I'm like, I want to be in such shape where...
Be the most athletic.
Yeah, just be athletic because I'm already athletic. Just like Marcos, when 2020 hit, our gym shut down, my training career went down the drain because everybody stopped training. I was like, all right, let me just eat and play video games. Bro,
I would eat and just watch Netflix. And but I was so excited about it.
We were both, if you guys don't know, me and Marcos used to be in shape.
In shape.
So but I feel like getting in that type of shape for golf... it only benefits it.
100%.
It literally only benefits it. I feel like nowadays people are trying to, like what you said, they're trying to do it and they're not feeling like the payoff or they're getting hurt. Number one, you're probably training wrong. Or number two, your body just needs to get used to it, just like anything else. But once your body gets used to it and know it's going to do it, I think it only intensifies your game.
Yeah, because I see a lot of like golf trainers and they think they're reinventing the wheel. Well, from the stuff that I've seen, I'm not saying it's everyone, but the ones that I have seen, they think they're reinventing the wheel by like, okay, we're going to focus on all these like really athletic, hard exercises, and it's just like a med ball slam. Or it's just like a med ball toss against the wall, and you just do it again. And I'm like, bro, you're like late to the party. Like this has been going on for a very long time. But it's weird because then they'll invent these programs where it's like med ball performance training for golf, like something like that. But
that's all show.
Yeah, it's a weird world. It's a weird line of like, I think that's why I liked seeing Bryson change his body and do all the things he does, because even though to me it's like okay, well, yeah, you're doing that, but I respected the fact of the discipline that he was putting in and whatever he was doing. So where I don't know him personally or anything, I've heard things about him, good and bad, but I can literally say like, no matter what it is, you have to respect that. If someone can be disciplined enough to like, all right, I'm going to go from being twig skinny and then I'm going to put on all this weight and gain all this speed and do all that stuff, that's fucking dope. And now where he's like coming the other way, where he's really slimmed down and on TV, it looks like, you would know because you worked and been around him, but I've never seen him but in person yet. But he looks like super chiseled up now. So
I've seen him both ways.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
He was like
in the
bigger,
long drive,
and I was around gigantic people, right, in the powerlifting world, right? So I seen him, and to me, he wasn't ever that big, but he was a big dude for a golfer, I would say. Yeah, but now I remember because I didn't know what he was doing. Like, I didn't know he was trying to lose weight, but then I saw him maybe like almost a year later.
He looks chiseled.
And I told the boys, I was like, damn, he looks thin. And they're like, yeah, he really changed his workout. But I think you respect him. For me personally, every interaction that I've at least had with Bryson,
Mm-hmm.
I've never really talked to him. Like me and him just talk. Like we've shook hands, said hi, but every single time he's been around and stuff, he's always been hella cool.
That's cool.
So like I remember seeing some stuff online like that people weren't liking him or something.
Yeah.
And I asked my dad, because my dad's in the golf, I asked him like, oh, do people not like him? They're like, oh, there's some stuff. I was like, oh, he's cool. Every time I've seen him, he's been cool. But I think you respect that because we both, going back to the MMA world, right? We both have been disciplined ourselves.
Yeah.
Like
we know what that
we
takes.
know what that's like. Waking up, going out to
Yeah.
train, you're going to have to get beat up, having to do this, do that. We're disciplined. So when you see somebody else, like, all right, he's super disciplined doing that stuff, you get more respect for him. But I like Bryson. I think he's cool.
I like him from afar. I got nothing to say except for he's always been one of my favorite players because of what he does. I feel like outside of the course to get ready for the course, and if someone's like dedicated and disciplined enough to do that, then that means you have the extra gears that I can recognize that we've seen in our past for people that can go on to be champions or go on to be like really, really great. Which not a lot of people are going to understand them, and you're not supposed to, because not everyone's going to be a champion.
Exactly,
everyone's going to win. Not everyone's going to do it. There's a certain realm of person who's meant to win, and some people are not. And so. And even on a competing level of like the small level that I'm on, like everybody who I play golf with and I tell them like I compete or play tournaments,
You're
they're
an
like
amateur golfer, remember that? Actual amateur golfer.
We'll talk about that. But they're like, well, you're playing tournaments like in the first 3 years of playing golf, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, it's not a big deal to me. Like, it is a big deal because I take it very seriously, and I want to, like, fucking win every single one of them. And when I come in second or I come in third or whatever, it pisses me off so much. But it's but going back to it, it's more of they seem very shocked that I would be doing that so early. But I'm like, dude, nothing happens. There's literally nothing happens. So what I mean by that is it's just a score. But at the end, I can go and play golf tomorrow.
Exactly.
If we get into a fight or anything like that, we don't get to come and do this again tomorrow. We have to and especially if you were to lose a fight, you would have to sit on that for a very long time before you even get to go and do it again. So the fact that I could compete on a Saturday and compete on a Sunday and then compete on a Monday and then still go and play it, you have nothing to lose. So
even if you're not fighting, just training.
Yeah, that too.
Like,
even just training.
If it's a sparring day, you get beat the hell up. Bro, that next day, you're probably
someone else is getting ready for a fight and you're trying to help them. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're tore up, you're sore, you probably got beat up. You're like, I'm gonna have to take a couple of days off. But like golf, you go practice golf, you can go play the next day.
You can play twice in a day. You can do it all the time. So I always look at it like that. I have nothing to lose. And I think that gets me in trouble on the course is because I'm always playing like not safe. I'm always playing like aggressive.
But that's more fun.
Yeah, I feel like it's more fun, and I feel like if something good comes from the aggressiveness, then it's fun. And that on this last tournament this past weekend, I had so many moments where I was like, bro, this is ESPN right here.
Yeah.
I was like, this is ESPN. I got to go under and then over this tree and still land on the green and be able to hold it. And if I get up and down, it's going to be the sickest shit. And I'm like, man, if there was a camera out here right now, that was so sick.
But that's the difference, right? Like, discipline is all these guys that are shocked or whatever, like, damn, you're only playing like that. It's like, because you're a disciplined person. I'm the same. It's hard for me to do something, but once I'm in something, I go full force. Just like the camera stuff, my music stuff, training, personal training. Once I'm in it, I'm full force.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people say that, but you don't really do that. Like we do that. Like people want to say that because I think they heard it somewhere, but there's a difference. Like we do it. Like you went full force in the video, in the photo, and your shit's hella good now. And it's like, dude, but we still like grind at it so freaking much. I got into golf, and like I don't understand if you get into something and you want to get in to be average and suck at it, or like just like, oh, it sounds like a good
I want to be good.
Fuck.
So like for you, right? These people are probably like, I golf. I take my golf seriously. I golf. I go 3 times a week. I practice this. But Marcos is going
Ain't shit.
6, 7
That ain't
times a week.
shit. Yeah, that ain't
Every
shit. Yeah.
every day you're
Yeah.
focused on something. That's the difference, right? Like,
and I can't turn it off because I still feel like it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like everything I'm doing is not enough. I gotta do more.
For me,
more.
my mindset is I don't want to be embarrassed. So I don't want to I don't want to like post something and it's so bad. Like say like a cool photo shoot, I go do a photo shoot. I don't want to post it and it looks horrible and people are like, damn, it sucks.
I got you.
And for everything, when I used to record music, when I was a trainer, I didn't want people to go and tell them like, oh, this trainer sucks. That's how like my mind works. So I'm like, when I get into something, I need to be good from the get-go. I'm studying everything. I'm like, this is how you do this. This is how you do it. Marcos helped me out a lot with the video stuff. It was like, what should I do for this? Or how do you think I should go about this? I want to be the best right from the start. And it doesn't happen, but because I have that mindset, I'm always trying to be the best, and you have that same mindset, that it helps us out. We're always good at something. Everything we do, we're good at.
100%. 100%.
We might not be the best at everything, but
we're gonna be
good. People are gonna be like, damn,
good.
you're good for only doing it this long.
Yeah, that's literally it right there. It's always like when they compare it to the time we have been doing something and how fast we've gone in it. Like, there's no, and that attributes just to like, I think our backgrounds of like, combat sports or just sports and things like that in general. Dude, I hated team sports growing up.
Oh, me too.
I fucking hated it.
I still don't like team sports.
I don't either. I'm not into it. I don't like basketball. I have a little bit of love for baseball, but I don't watch it. I didn't watch one game.
That's the only one I can watch is baseball.
Maybe, yeah.
But that's more because like I grew up going to games with my dad.
Same.
They were cheaper to go to, so we went to a lot of them, and Arizona Diamondbacks. Like, so I'm a huge Diamondbacks fan, but other than that, you'll never catch me watching basketball unless it's basketball. I don't even watch the finals. There's too many games.
There's way too many games.
Like,
I hate all the noises.
Yes.
I hate this squeak.
You know what I hate the most is this is why I don't watch soccer too, is the flopping. Because of the background we come from, when I see a guy get scraped on his arm, he's I'm like, all right, I'm out. Like, it's just like it's too much for me. I'm like, I know it's part of the sport, but I'm like, that's too much.
Yeah.
MMA is the greatest sport.
It's the greatest.
It's the greatest combinations of fight sports, I should say.
Yeah.
Out of anything, it's the most exciting to watch because you watch two skilled people literally fight.
And it's so goddamn unpredictable, dude.
Yeah.
It's so unpredictable.
So unpredictable.
There's like. And I would say even any guesses we've had in MMA of like who's going to win, it's still such a gamble.
Oh, yeah.
Because it just one little
The
thing.
most recent one was for me where I honestly probably would have bet like $500,000. I was like, I like Sean Strickland, but Izzy's going to piece his ass up.
Dude, yeah.
And then Sean Strickland pieced his ass up. And I was like, I couldn't have been more wrong ever in a guess.
Yeah.
But that's MMA. That's why it's the greatest sport ever.
Yeah.
Because I would say almost no one had Sean Strickland winning that fight against Izzy. There was a select few, and I wanted him to win. And I remember right before the fight started, I was watching when my mom stepped in. I was like, I have such a weird feeling right now that Sean's about to win this fight. And then he ended up, I was like, oh my God. Like,
isn't it weird how we can have our picks ahead of the fight, and then by the walkouts, you're like, fuck, I picked the wrong person. Because you can see it. You can see it. He's flat, or he's this, or he's that, or just the smoothness and vibe. I'm not saying it's always 100% right, but it's a very, very high chance. You could see a lot by the walkout, their demeanor, every little thing, because you can relate. You can see it, and it's just
especially us. Like, we're hardcore.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We're hardcore, so it's like, that's why like I don't like to choose. Like I always like we'll text about fights, and I always give my pick, but. Like when I record these things for like Super Rare, right? I don't like to do it until the day of. No. I want to see the press conference. I want to see the weigh-ins. I want to see all the stuff.
Yeah, you have to see all of that stuff because it makes such a difference.
It makes such a difference in all that because you can see their energy. You can see it. I've never had to do a weight cut, right? But I've been around people that do weight cuts. I know how it affects them. So you want to see how these people look. You want to see how it is. And I don't know. MMA to me still. Golf's cool. I'm starting to like golf a little bit more, but MMA, bro.
Can you imagine if you had a weight cut for golf, then see how they do?
Yeah, then it's athletic.
Now that's
if you
athletic.
had a weight cut,
yeah.
add weight cuts to golf right here. 2025 weight cuts to golf. There's weight classes, dog. And then we'll see.
That would be so good.
Then we'll see who the real athletes are, dog.
Yeah.
I'll be in the super heavyweight division.
Those boys are hella good, dude.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
I don't understand it.
Fuck? I don't understand it either. I don't understand. I played with this dude at a Royal Tribuco down the way. You've been there.
Yeah,
Block's,
super nice.
Michael Block's place. And we played with one of their, I think it's one of their pros or one of their assistants, manager, whatever the heck. And he's a bigger dude. He was really, really big. And we got paired up with him on the back nine, and then they were playing some money game. And I seen that dude tee off, and I was like, how the fuck? And that's what made me think about it. Like, okay, there's got to be some massive technique to this shit.
Yeah.
Because how the fuck is that guy launching the ball to like 350 yards? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And he just kept doing it. And it was just like nothing for him. And I was like, but our swing looks the same. I just, how's he doing that?
And I think that goes back to what you
makes
said
no sense.
with golf was you appreciate, you don't really care about the person per se, but you care about the technique and like what they've done in the sport,
Yeah,
right?
the results.
Yeah, because like
that.
for that, what you just said, for me, my shoulders are so tight from all the years of powerlifting, right? So I'm like, I'm a big dude, that's why. But then I see big people and they're over here, I'm like, dog, how are you doing that, bro?
Yeah.
So when I see that, to me at least, when I see a big old dude swinging a golf club and playing really good golf, to me that's way more impressive.
Yeah, one of my favorite people to watch right now, and I think he's going to be a big get in the golf influence space. He already kind of is on like Instagram, but he's like Samoan Hawaiian guy, big dude. Malo. Fuck, I'm probably fucking his name.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That I fucking love watching that dude's stuff.
He
that
does some
dude
stuff
just
barefoot sometimes too.
pounds the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That dude. I think that guy is gonna be the next thing.
I think that's what also, because I'm in the influencer side of golf, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of it's almost made me not like golf, but it's almost kind of just,
it'll make you not like golf.
It's
It'll make you
taking
not
longer for me to like golf.
Yeah.
Because obviously the guys I work with, right, I've known them for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I know them, I know who they are, but it's like when you go out and start meeting these other influencers or meeting other people, there's some people on the list that I won't list, but he knows because we talked about.
I'll throw a list. I
got
a list. Yeah.
That's when it really comes down to where it's almost like my hood site comes out.
Bro.
Like, please remember that you just golf, my guy.
Like, I won't kill you.
Like, I'm not this golfer. I didn't come from this golf world. I came from a whole different world. And sometimes, even if it's not towards me.
Yeah.
Because I always growing up, because I tried to get bullied when I was like in 3rd grade, and immediately I stood up for myself and beat the shit out of the kid. So I've always hated bullies. So even if it's not directed towards me, when I see it to other people,
dude,
it immediately makes my blood boil. And I see it in this golf world. I'm like, I want to go over there and just put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, yeah, you feel that, right? You feel that pressure, right? Calm the fuck down, bro. You're just playing golf.
Alex hits. I'm going to give you a fair warning to everybody around him. I'm not hyping him up. Ask Nick. Ask anybody who trained. Alex hits fucking hard. He hits all kinds of hard.
Yeah. That's my special technique.
Don't step. I'm telling you, this dude hits fucking hard.
That's what's funny too, because I've always waited since Marco started golfing. I'm always like, I'm waiting for the store where he actually beats the shit out of somebody.
Oh, it's so
because
close.
Like you're more into golf than I am, right?
Yeah.
He's actually part of the sport. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I could see how if I'm out there, like people just don't talk to me because like I don't look like I'm a golfer. I don't even dress like the golf. I wear fucking Birkenstocks and basketball shorts. But I'm just waiting for the day for someone just to step up to Marcos because they don't know. And you're starting to see MMA fighters are starting to golf more and shit. It's going to be funny because they're going to be out on the course one day. And these golfers don't know these people, and they're going to start yapping their lips. And it's just a matter of time.
Can you imagine Justin Gaethje's out there and someone comes up to him at a country club like, hey, you don't know how to play golf. You need to speed up. You need to what are you doing? Oh, my God. You are going to die.
Yeah. There's only been 2 times to this point where I started, like, raising my voice to people.
Yeah.
Because, like, I only take a certain amount. And like I said, it's more, I'll share their story, too. It's more of a respect to other people, especially that I'm with, right? Because if you're my homie, and I'll defend you.
Yeah.
But you heard the story. It was like the whole powwow situation. When we were on the hole with our powwow, remember when we talked about it on our show?
Yeah.
But so like, I don't ever say anything, bro. I'm quiet because like me and Mark, like we said before, I know what I can do.
Yeah, we know.
It's not, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I know. So it's like, all right, I don't need to be out here fighting people and shit like that. But there's certain points. So we're on this hole and we just finished and we're off, like the green's here. And like, you know, the cart path goes up like this. We're up here. And like, I can see their point, right? Because I don't golf, but sometimes you don't feel comfortable if someone's there, right? Whatever like that. But it's the energy you bring. So this guy just pulls up to us, this older guy, and just starts going off on Stotts. But then his girlfriend's there, and I'm not like trying to defend his girlfriend, but I'm already mad that you're going off on Stotts saying, you need to hurry up, you don't even know what you're doing, Lada. And Stotts is like, literally it's what we're doing. Stotts is like, I'm putting my clubs on my cart. We just switched carts, I'm putting my clubs on. No, you're not, you're over here having a party. Stotts is like, no, I'm literally putting my clubs on my cart. Like, you're literally watching me. There's a cart in front of me, so I can't drive. So I'm sitting right there. And then so he keeps going at it, and then Cindy says something.
His girlfriend.
She was like, you don't need to come at us all aggressive. And then he starts, I'm not coming. So Riley starts yelling at her. You already got me pissed off yelling at Stotts.
I just got there right now.
And then he started yelling at Cindy, so I stand up. I was like, you see that we're putting our clubs on the cart. That's what we're doing, dog. I was like, chill the fuck out. And then he starts going back and forth with me, and I start going at him. Like, going at him. And he starts talking all this shit. And I remember because I was talking all this shit. And literally when we dropped off, I was like, what did I even say to that guy? And Griff starts laughing. I was like, I remember. I was just saw red, bro. And I start going off on him. And that's one of the situations I'm like, golfers need to check yourselves.
Golfers, you definitely need to be humbled. Like, you need to understand, like, even if you're a pro golfer, even if you're on the PGA Tour, a Live Golf Tour, you can't fight. Yes. And unless you're going to bring those clubs with you, we could throw you a couple of chicks that we'll throw you a couple of purple belt chicks, and they will fucking put you in a pretzel, and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. They could tie you up, and they could just ruin your day.
And I realize how, like, if you're watching this and you're listening to us and you don't have her back, you're listening like, oh, you guys are. I'm not saying like, oh, I want to go out there and beat everybody's ass.
No, definitely not.
But just being in our world, right, behind the scenes with us, we've seen so much stuff to where it gives us that feeling where we're like, bro, you need to relax. Like, just this past couple of weeks, I was at Rams Hill, and this guy starts blowing up on this. He loses his head cover. He loses it. No one else loses it. We get to the next hole. This guy's just part of this big group. I'm just sitting there, and I didn't even say anything to this kid. He starts going off, and he was annoying the whole goddamn day, bro. Every time he was yapping, it was complaining. I was like, shut up, bro. Like, God, you're making this so unenjoyable for everybody. Starts going off. He loses his head cover.
Sounds like a golfer.
Loses his head cover. I hear this guy say, we have it over here, we picked it up. This guy still drives all the way around. He didn't hear him. Starts driving around looking for his thing. He comes back. He's all pissed off. Man, that's a one-of-one head cover. And the guy's like, yo, I have it. He gets mad at this guy. Why wouldn't you say anything? You just pick it. He starts going off. And I literally got out of my cart because I was about to walk over there and be like, bro, you have it. Why are you throwing a fit? And then the guy even says, bro, you have it. So, calm down. You got it. And I was just like, Doug, like, there's so many people in this golf world, these influencers.
It's more on the, I would say it's more on the influencer side that it will really make you not like golf. There's certain ones that are really awesome and really cool, and I definitely want to give like shouts to those people. Like I love obviously who I'm working with right now with Trotty Golf. Absolutely amazing guy. One of the best experiences. If it wasn't for working with Trotty right now, I would have just completely been done filming, editing, doing anything with golf, because I have experienced other ones that it's just, and I don't want, it's not going to be all negative and stuff. It's just like, it didn't matter the amount of money I was being paid. I could do something way else with my life and feel a lot better about it. Yeah. And these people just feel like they're curing cancer with their golf swing.
Yeah, it's so weird, right? Because like I said, I've met, I think the cool outweighs the bad. Yeah. But the bads are so bad that you're just like, bro, like I've met so much cool, like, because I wasn't even in golf, but I'm meeting all these new people that are all golfers. I'm like, damn, they're cool. That's tight. That's the homie. Like, but there's some people where you're just like, man,
bro,
like,
you gotta,
shut up,
like,
bro.
you gotta go.
Yeah, you're an Instagram golfer, dog. Like you're not even, I'm the best coach on Instagram anyway.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I got a million views right now, son. 1.1. Damn.
Yeah, you already know we out here. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to meet. I want to try from. Yeah. Like, if you guys don't know, me and Marcos talk about this golf drama.
Yeah, we have, like, therapy sessions off camera all the time. We're always like, this motherfucker, and then this motherfucker, and then this motherfucker.
But Trotty seems cool.
Yeah, he's the man.
That's good, because I remember the last person you were with didn't seem cool. And I even know, because people I work with has worked with that person, and it was kind of weird. So,
she blocked me on Instagram.
Stuff. That don't surprise me.
That's hilarious to me, though.
So, I mean, there's cool people out there. We met a lot of cool people. But
I would say sometimes I do miss working in, like, the MMA field and NFL, like, and all that stuff, because I miss being around, like, those, like, alphas. Yeah. I miss that at times. I don't miss real estate. I don't miss any of the other crap that I used to do, but some of that stuff I do miss.
I didn't really even get to work in it that much, but when I do work in it, it's
refreshing.
Me, it's refreshing. Yeah. It's nice. It's something that I'm very passionate about as well too, so it's fun. And that's why I started to golf more. Yeah. Because I'm like, if I actually start partaking in the sport, it will become more enjoyable for me.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's become more enjoyable. But like, I've got to work. We both know Cody Garbrandt. Yeah. Like, I've got to work with Cody. He's so cool. Like, I go to the PI, get to work at the PI.
Yeah, you've been at the PI. I haven't even been at the PI yet, dude.
3 times, baby.
Man. He always gets to do shit all the time. Like, he just, like, expedites right to the front of the line. Like, dude, it's so frustrating.
I don't talk that much. But when I talk,
it doesn't.
When I talk, for some reason, it leads me into cool spots.
I'm gonna keep my fucking mouth shut half the time now. This is bullshit. I'm like, this motherfucker's been to the PI.
Because I think it's because I feel like I get respect of people because I'm the same no matter what, as you know. And I keep it real. So like, when people talk to me, I try to, right? I try to just be who I am. I'm a real dude. Yeah. Like, if I'm out at golf, like, in these pros came up to me and they're like, "Oh, do you like golf?" I'd straight up be like, "Not really." Like, I just don't care, right? But
that's so good. Dude, I love that.
But I would tell them the truth. I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more, but this is pretty boring still, honestly. Yeah. It's fun. Like, the people I work with, we're doing different type of stuff, so it's more fun. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You know, that's more fun to me, but just to go watch golf, I'm like, I couldn't. You would never, ever catch me waking up, be like, dude, this tournament's on. Let me watch this golf. I would never.
Not even the Masters?
I would never. And my dad, I remember when we were young, because my dad's always liked golf, we'd wake up on the weekend. If we walk out in the living room and we saw golf was on, we're like, well, we're not doing shit for the whole day. Like, we just knew, like, all right, this is going to be on for 50 hours. We're just not going to do anything all weekend. Like,
this is going to be so funny, because one day you're going to see Alex at the Masters, just like in Birkenstocks, just like, yeah, dog, like, whatever. I heard they got egg sandwiches here, so I'll try that shit.
That's the cool part. Because when we live, we get to go, like, they have the media tent for us, right? Oh, and so there's food there. Yeah. But then we're a little bit more special. You know? And so sometimes we get to go into these other rooms with the other food. The food's been good.
Do you guys get to go into the players' tents?
Only because of the Pro-Am day. So on the Pro-Am day, we get to go because I have the pass because I'm the media guy.
Yeah.
And then, so on the Pro-Am day, we get to go into those. And, bro, like, we've gone into the locker room. I was literally watching, I forget, Brooks's brother. What's his name?
Oh, Chase.
He was like getting a haircut in the locker room.
Oh,
We were like
for
standing
reals?
right there while he's doing that. Yeah, because they were getting like massage from the massage team
my
and
gosh.
stuff like that.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's like, it's cool the places I've been in. Granted, I don't really get to, the boys always try to put me part of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I don't always get to partake in all of it, but I'm around, I get to see all the stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm like in the, like you were saying, I'm in these rooms with these people. I'm like, I don't even know who the hell they are.
I got
but
nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, cool.
That's so good.
Shout out to golf.
That's so good, dude.
Yeah, but
I guess that's why that works. Because honestly, that happened when I went to Pebble Beach like a few months ago. We met like Stephen Melbon, who I guess that's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know that. And when I go down to go have dinner, and it's with all of like the golf influencers and TaylorMade people
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, and I go into the lobby of the restaurant, and this dude just says like, "Hey, what's up, man? I'm Steven." And I was like, "What's up?" And then I was like, "The fuck is this guy?"
I can't tell you how many times it's happened to me.
And
When we meet him, I'm like, who's this guy?
His wife introduced herself and was like, "Yeah, and then that's our son over there." I'm like, "Yeah, cool. Who the fuck are you guys?" I've seen the M before and all the other stuff. And then I asked Trotty, I'm like, "Bro, who is that?" And they're like, "That's Stephen Melbon." I was like, "What does that mean?"
Like, cool. Who is
That's
it?
the owner and creator of Melbon. I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I got nothing."
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Nah,
But he was really cool.
He was cool.
Like, he was awesome. And like, I call him the Jack Sparrow of golf. Like, he's just so like,
yeah, because he's like an old school skateboarder dude.
yeah,
he's
dude,
in
you
that
can
skateboard
feel
world.
it.
Yeah.
And when I filmed his fitting, he was so fucking funny to me. And I like that guy.
Yeah,
I
he
like
was
that
cool.
guy.
I met
like
him.
a lot.
I've met him 2 times. Remember the first time I met him, I was like, "Hey, I would need a camera dude, hit me up." And they were even cool. They're like,
They
"Yeah,
do though.
yeah." They were like,
their podcast needs somebody.
They were like,
just
yeah,
saying, guys, Part 3 podcast with J.R. Smith and Malbon and all the other guests. You guys, Ben Baller, that right there. That guy will get you dialed in.
but he was super cool. Both times. He's always been super cool. Stotts has a good relationship with Malvin.
That's cool.
So he gets free shit, and sometimes I
Dude,
get
they're
free
blowing
shit.
up now because they got PGA Tour players now wearing it.
Oh, yeah.
So
I saw that, right? That one guy with the big
Jason
pants.
Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal because all this Nike stuff going on. But
I had heard a rumor that Nike might be like stopping golf now.
yeah,
Like that.
I heard that same
Really?
rumor. Yeah,
Ooh.
that they might be getting out of golf.
I could care less.
I care less too. I don't wear Nike.
I like
dude.
Malvin. Honestly, like the Malvin gear is fresh, bro. Like for me, like coming up because I was in the hip hop world. I was in that, like some of the stuff that they make is fresh as hell to me.
Bro, see, I wish I could just wear this to like play golf in. I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird, maybe semi-gay, but I'm trying to find my style in golf right now because I am sick of wearing polos, dude.
Yeah.
That's just not me. It doesn't look like me at all. Like if I worked all this way in all my life to like be wearing a polo, I feel like I did something wrong.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with polos if you like them, but for me, like I was always so casual, like all the time, that I don't like to dress up. I don't like to wear suits. I don't like to wear this bullshit. Like I like to be casual, but still comfortable.
Yeah. No, like Mark is he hates polos.
Yeah.
For me, I grew up, polos were kind of part of my style sometimes. So I used to wear a lot of polos, but for me, playing in a polo, I hate.
Yeah.
I hate feeling suffocated on my neck.
I just don't like the look.
Yeah.
I don't like how I look like that guy and that guy and that guy and that
exactly.
guy. I hate that.
That's why I like Malvin because they're
it's
golf,
different. Yeah.
but it's like, it's fresh, bro.
Yeah.
So if I can wear that on the course, dog, I'll wear that. But yeah, I like having to wear pants, which I don't necessarily like to wear anyways.
Yeah.
Pants with a tucked in shirt and a belt. I don't like that. But
It took a lot for me to wear pants today, I got to be honest, because usually I'm in shorts too.
I love wearing shorts and, you know, I worked on my legs. They're not as jacked as they used to be, but shit, I used to like, my legs were jacked as hell.
Little flex.
Shit, bro. My legs were jacked, bro.
Teardrops.
Squatting 600, you know, I gotta show it off. But yeah, I mean, I feel that, like, the fashion, I feel like,
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll find something here soon. And then I haven't found any brands that I've been like, I want to wear that all the time.
PXG had some fresh stuff.
They do have really cool stuff, because I always see the girls and all the cool shit that they have, and it's so different looking than obviously all the other girls who are wearing the same thing.
I'm wearing this. I like whatever this is called. It's like it's almost like a.
Is that like compression?
Yeah, it's like a compression.
That's sick.
So like, but because we went to the PXG, I got.
Oh yeah! This motherfucker, dude! I swear, I've paid for all of my golf clubs. Some of them I've been gifted. Some of them, you know, hand-me-downs and things like that. I gotta go get fitted and pay top dollar, whatever the fuck it is. This motherfucker right here goes and gets a full PXG bag for free, head to toe, putter, bag, wedges.
The newest clubs.
The newest clubs.
Weren't even out
the
yet,
2024.
They weren't even out yet. Can I hit them? No. But they knew. So
but they knew and they free. That means they for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, they're sick. But so we were at that event and they were even showing off some new men's and women's clothing that they had.
Is it sick?
I was like, okay,
yeah,
that's fresh. Like I could possibly wear that. That's kind of fresh. Like this, to me, something like this is sick. Yeah, because I can wear this under anything.
Yeah,
I could wear my Mortal Kombat shirt, my sleeveless shirt, and put this on, and I'll be straight, dog. I can go out there. I'll be like, no, I'm wearing golf stuff. See,
PXG right here, dog.
But like, I like the they're like the hoodies.
Yeah.
That like just have the zip here, but they're sleeveless. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I like those.
Dude, I used to love those.
I got one from when we went to Paynes Valley.
Okay.
Buffalo something. I got like a bright yellow one. I don't know if you've seen that one. That one's fresh, bro.
Wait,
like,
I have. Yes.
Yeah. But see, like those types of shit, I'll fuck around and wear because like I'll put this on under. We straight, dog. It's funny because like I'll wear anything, and every time I wear something like Griff or Jake or something like damn, like I would never wear that, but you make it look good. I'm like, shit, cause
dog.
I'm him. Yeah. But for me, I just like as long as you're comfortable. I feel like that's the craziest thing. Like they were just talking about it about like Riviera or not Riviera. They were at Calabasas Country Club.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to wear your hat backwards. I'm like,
where we filmed Calabasas Country Club?
No.
With Patrick Renner?
No, that was Moore Park, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Calabasas like.
Country Club. Wait! I have been to Calabasas Country Club in a tournament, and I fucking left halfway through because that place is dog shit.
Yeah,
that place is absolute dog shit.
I guess Mark showed up with his hat backwards.
Good.
And the guy from the pro shop came out and pressed him about it.
Hey, Calabasas Country Club, you got bigger problems than Mark's backwards hat. Try to fix your golf course because it sucks. Yeah, fairways suck, tee boxes suck, greens are trash too. Like, definitely get it in gear. You know, you got a lot more to work on than backwards.
That's the craziest thing for me, not ever being in golf and coming into it, is hearing like that there's rules, but so many rules on how you could dress. That's the weirdest thing to me.
Bro, I won't say this country club because I've won an event at this country club. So I won't say it. But it ruined it for me when I went with this, what do we call her? Whatever. I went with somebody and we went into the pro shop and it was like, okay, you got to take off your hat here. Okay, when you go through the hallway, you can only go right. Don't go left because that's the player's locker room and you're not a player. But to the right, once you go into that hallway, only go left because that's for the guest and this is for the members. And then only use every other locker because that's for this and that's for that. And then when you go into the restaurant, you have to be tucked in and hat can come on only in the waiting room and then hat comes off in the thing. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing any of that. And I'm over this fucking place.
That's like, so crazy.
Bro, there was that's a real thing.
Yeah.
But that's not over exaggerating. That was literally what they told me. is like, don't go here, you can go there, don't go there, but you can go here, and every other locker is going to be something for the guest, and you can use this. Don't use that, you can use this. And it was like,
it's cool. Like,
get
cool.
the fuck out of here, dude.
You guys are trying to be like tip top tight or whatever. I don't even know.
Your shit better be dialed in and in gear. I better not see one thing out of place if you're gonna have all these fucking rules. And that course better be perfect.
To me, this is how I see it. If you pay to be there, like I can see, right, like CCA sometimes to do some outlandish shit on the course, right? So I could see how people are like,
I can get that.
We don't want you there. But like aside from that, dressing, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously, I can't come and play shirtless. You know, I get that, right? Because being shirtless makes some people uncomfortable. But like just having so much rules on you can't wear this, you can't wear that, you got to do this. I'm like, bro, like if I paid, why the hell does it matter, dog? Like, let me just come and play. Like, I obviously, like, like I said, don't come naked and stuff like that. But it's like, why is there so many rules? But when training, you can go to any gym. I can wear whatever I want.
Any gym. You just need to be like, don't smell bad and like make sure your shit's clean. Like,
like all this. That's the craziest thing to me. It's like there's so many rules, and it's like, bro, y'all trying to be this tip top, like, we're the top sport. So I'm like, dog, who cares?
You're not inclusive. Golf is not inclusive. Like, whoever keeps saying that, oh, we want to grow the game, we want it to be more inclusive. Like, no, you don't. Like, then you wouldn't charge what you charge. You wouldn't have the rules that you have. You wouldn't have all this other different stuff like going on. So I think everyone should just like stop saying that because no one believes you. Like,
chill,
it's just that's not real.
It's just golf.
Yeah, it's just golf.
Like,
let's pivot to MMA because I'm fucking over golf.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
Bro, we had a heartbreaking matchup yesterday. I felt like how you felt. And so we'll talk about it. So Dana White announced BMF title on the line, Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje. Is that at 300 or is it 290?
300.
Okay, it's going to be at 300.
Rounds.
5 rounds. Max Holloway moving up from 145 up to 155. He's done this before with Dustin. It didn't go well, and it hurt my heart to even watch those two back then fight each other. I hated everything about that. And now it's kind of similar again, where it's Justin and Max now going to fight.
Yeah.
And I don't like this at all.
This is the first, like, I don't even remember the last time, because there's a lot of times I like fighters. I like two fighters, and I don't want either one to lose. But for me, right, I have a favorite fighter in every weight class, but then I have a specific set of fighters that are my favorite fighters.
Yeah, same.
Same. And those two are out of all fighters. This is the first time
they have to be in the top 5 easily.
First time I saw a fight announced, and I'm just like, I don't want this to happen. I'm not excited. The masses are probably like, hell yeah, bro, this is such a great. To me, I'm like, bro, it's not. Because
it's a stress.
I own a couple of fighters t-shirts, right? I have Max Holloway's one of them. Tried to buy Justin Gaethje one, they didn't have my size. I have Charles Oliveira, but it's just, if you're a Max fan, this isn't a good matchup for Max.
It's not.
And Max is probably literally number 1 all-time favorite fighter for me. So every time he fights, I'm nervous. But then he's fighting like number 3 for me, like all-time favorite. I'm just like, and Gaethje is a freaking destroyer at lightweight. We've seen Max come up. He doesn't have like the power.
He doesn't have that pop to put them away. He's got the volume and the pace possibly, but Justin's not going to get tired like that.
And Justin finishes people that don't get finished.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
and when Justin fights people, they're not the same afterwards. Like, especially if they go the distance with Justin, they're not going to be the same.
No.
It's going to be different.
He puts damage, and Max is known to take damage in fights.
And he's got super wide stance for that leg kick.
Oh, yeah.
And what does Justin do
Gaethje
really good?
Literally is the king at leg kicks and the king at inflicting damage.
I'm already like not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm not excited for it. It's probably one fight. I mean, obviously I'm going to watch it, but it's going to be a fight where I'm just like, I just wish this wasn't happening. I really wish that fight wasn't happening because it doesn't really make sense anyways.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like,
I think it's a filler for time because they want Max to get a title shot next,
Yep.
but they don't want him to have to roll the dice at 45 and possibly fight someone who's not even ready to be going for a title shot. So what can they give Max in the meantime that won't hurt him at 45? Bring him up to 55. Same thing for Justin. They probably want Justin to be next after Armin for the title shot, or maybe Justin will go right into a title shot after this, depending what happens, because of Ramadan for Islam. So I think they're doing the same thing for both Max and Justin to not stall them out, but give them something in the meantime, make some money, get some highlights. One of them's going to lose, and it won't hurt either one. I think the one that it could hurt the most is actually Justin. If by some chance Max wins and finishes Justin or even just beats him on the cards, I think that could hurt Justin because it's at his weight class.
Yeah, it's a 145er coming up. Granted, I mean, Max is one of the best fighters ever in UFC, but yeah, it's like it's a lose for Justin because like you beat Max. All right, you beat a 45er. You lose to Max. All right, you lost to a 45er. Why would we give you a title?
Exactly.
It's good for Holloway because if he loses, it don't matter. It's not in his straight up weight class. And if he wins, he gets the BMF title. He beat one of the best lightweights to ever do it.
Top two.
But it's I had a couple people message me, like my old We Out Here guys and stuff, like, we're not really excited for this fight. This is, if you're a hardcore, this fight just doesn't really make sense. And if you're a hardcore Max fan like I am, I never want Max to lose, and I never say Max is gonna lose. But now you're fighting my other favorite fighter, and I'm like, damn, like I got to be real about it. And I think Justin's gonna. It's unfortunate because I think he's gonna do a lot of damage to Max, only because it's not like Max is gonna out wrestle him.
No.
And Justin's gonna be a lot bigger than him, and he inflicts a lot of damage, and Max takes a lot of. Yeah, it's an unfortunate fight, but UFC 300 is starting to look cool. Like the fight,
it's looking better. I was like, it's looking a little rough. In the beginning, I was like, can't wait.
Yeah, they're like Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. I'm
cool. Yeah.
Dana White's like, every fight on here is gonna be like, whoa. And then like that was one of the first fights they announced. Yeah. Aside from Yuri and Alexander Rakic. They're like Bo Nickel. I'm like, Bo Nickel, Cody Brunt? What the hell?
Yeah, cool.
They're like, Bo Nickel, cool, but then
fight
you
night.
Cody Brundage. I'm like, all right, like sick, bro. I'm so excited for that fight.
Yeah, it's looking like a better card for UFC 300.
Cody has a good fight on there.
Cody has a really good fight on there.
Very
That's
hard
a dangerous fight.
Very hard fight for him, but
one of them's going out.
One of them is going to sleep.
Yeah,
and you know if you
this is not going the distance.
I will say this: I love Cody. I'm a friend with Cody and stuff like that. We both have worked with Cody. In the masses, I think your general analysis is that Cody's going to get knocked out.
Yeah, a lot of people will probably be thinking that.
A lot of people are going to think that. But seeing Cody train, watching him fight recently, he's definitely improving again, which is good because I felt like at a certain point he wasn't really improving. I feel like he was kind of stuck on his ways. I feel like he's improving a lot more, but it is a dangerous fight, but it's such a good fight because if he wins this fight,
he's back in the mix.
He's back, bro.
Back in the mix.
He's back, and he can win this fight.
Yeah, he can.
Because Figgy gets hit.
He does get hit.
Figgy has a weird stance, and Figgy thinks like he don't care. He'll take punches, but Cody hits different.
You can't take punches with Cody like that though, because he will put you out.
Yeah, and as long as Cody is smart. Bro, he's one of the greatest bantamweights in the world.
He is, dude. Like we could go down the whole rabbit hole with Cody because
is all the TJ shit.
All the TJ shit that just altered and changed his career, and that motherfucker was cheating the whole time. Yeah, and
cheating. And I think it was like a mental thing, right? Like, I'm sure with all of them, right? You get to that top, you lose to a guy that you know is cheating, but the public doesn't know is cheating yet. Then finally it comes out to the public that he's cheating. Yeah. It's just so hard for you to get back. It's just like almost Dominic Reyes, right? Yeah. In the general view, he beat John Jones. Mm-hmm. But in his head, he's like, I know I beat John Jones, but that just literally just made his career go down because he didn't just re-switch. And I feel like Cody's made that, he's turned back on that switch like, all right, fuck all that TJ shit. I need to get back on this winning horse. Whatever, I'm not champ, but I want to be champ again. And now he's starting to win again. And I feel like like I said, seeing him train, I did some work with him at the PI.
He looks just as fast.
He's fast.
Yeah.
He looks good. People forget that he's a wrestler. His wrestling's good.
Yeah.
I wish like he would use it more. He likes to
use it for defense because if you see anyone try to take him down, you ain't getting him down. Nope. He's going to out scramble you. He always does something. I think it was Dom who tried to take him down, and Cody scrambled him really fucking good. And they got right back up to the feet.
He's such a talented wrestler, but like you said, right, he likes to use it defensively. I feel like, bro, if Cody just started using his wrestling offensively, dude, imagine he becomes like the Habib.
But here's the thing, because he reminds me a little bit of Mike because Chandler, because I think that they can wrestle, but I think that they know if they wrestle, the gas tank gets cut in half, and that could be a scary place to be if the wrestling doesn't lead to something to either finish the fight or be in a dominant position. So I guess that's where the brains would have to be in to like 5-minute round. We're gonna wrestle in the last minute of this round. It's a close 4 minutes of this round. And we're going to wrestle the last minute and try to just remain dominant, and then we can go and rest. But if they do it at the beginning, I don't see that working out well because I wonder if it cuts his tank in half like Mike, where it's, Mike can wrestle, but he's not going to use it because he knows what happens if he does.
For Cody, the reason this is the only reason why I wish he would use his offensive wrestling more is only in specific situations, and it's when he gets rocked.
Yeah.
Because when he gets rocked,
he still wants to throw when he gets rocked.
Instead of because he's so talented of a wrestler. When he gets hurt or clipped or something, like the striking's not going his way, instead of like switching up the tempo of the fight, making the other person think of something else, right? Or if he's rocked, you just stand there and bang. Use your wrestling. He has that card. He's such a good wrestler, bro.
Yeah.
I was watching him do wrestling at the PI. I'm like, bro, you're so good at wrestling. Like, man, like I feel like his striking is unbelievable.
Yeah,
he's so fast. He's so technical, and it's good. But everybody has good striking, and he is probably one of the better strikers at 35. But all it takes is one punch to land on you, and and I'm just like, I just feel like if he made an adjustment to make people worried about his wrestling as well.
Yeah.
No one's worried about his wrestling, so everybody's down to just sit there and strike with him.
Yeah.
If they're more worried about his wrestling, they're not going to let off like they normally would.
Yeah, I think you'll see their hands drop down a little bit more. Yeah, they'll be a little bit more
that
wary.
knockout will come out even easier. Because he don't even need it easier. He'll touch you and you'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
But imagine they're worried about wrestling. He's putting everybody. I've been saying this about Cody. If he just started shooting more, and he shot, I think, on not his last fight, but the fight before that, he shot multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's like, it showed. He can wrestle.
Yeah. But he took Dominic Cruz down. He took a Sun Sao down. And then that knockout came.
Yeah. If he just uses it more.
He didn't wrestle against Font.
No.
Yeah.
Font's a big 35er, though. People don't realize that.
But that's what's scary is because what Figgy just did to Font.
Exactly, yeah.
And now Figgy's going to go and fight. Well, they're both coming off of knockouts.
The only thing there's no excuses. The only thing I will say about Font now, though, is he's getting old.
He's getting old. Yeah.
He's like 37 or something.
And then
like
for
that.
the lower weight classes, that feeds up faster because you have to cut so much weight to get down to 35. So
exactly,
it's that you're going to see that happen drastically more in the lower
big weight classes. Right?
They can go longer.
Yeah, the last thing to go is power. Yeah. And those big weight classes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of knockouts.
Fucking Orlovsky fought last weekend. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, this guy. 60 UFC fights, right? He's a heavyweight.
Jesus,
it don't matter. But the lighter weight classes, what really is a big factor in those is speed, timing, and then power. The first things to go is your speed and your timing. Yeah. And so in the smaller weight classes, like Font's getting old now. He fought Cody, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Or think so 2 years ago now?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's like, that's a long time in that weight class. That's a big time. So Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm excited for this fight for Cody because, like we were saying, it can be such a big win for him.
It could be a really, really big win.
And I hit him up. I'm gonna try to go out there and film some stuff.
Dude, you should. That would be so sick.
Yeah, for UFC 300.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Tell him you'll follow him all week.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick. I'll do it for free.
No, he will not do it for free.
Just get me into.
I gotta rein this guy in at times, man.
Bro, if
this
dude
Cody
can bring me in, or I'm in the locker room.
I'll do it for a sweatshirt, dog, and I'll be like,
hey,
Alex,
I'll be like, yo, Cody, get me a fight kit. You know when the coaches get the kit. You get me that fight kit. You bring me in the back so I can film when you're warming up. I'll do that shit for free.
And then when I roll in and I'm like, nah, I'm $1,500 a day, son. They're like, yeah, we're gonna call Alex though, you know? Like, fuck. Yep. Anyways, but I feel like MMA, they're sitting on either they're sitting on some really good fights that they haven't announced yet, or some good things. But for the most part, I don't think it's been very exciting in the first few weeks of this year, of 2024. I don't know what they have planned, obviously, and I'm just. When I saw everyone clamming for headlines off of Conor announces on January 1st, like, oh, he's going to fight Mike at, UFC, whatever, International Fight Week. It's like, did anyone else see the UFC announce that? Did the UFC announce that? Because I don't remember them announcing that.
I could care less to see Conor
I don't
fight.
think that's happening.
I could care, at this
No
point,
one does, it's not.
At this point, I feel like it's the casuals, maybe,
that are sticking on
that
for that.
Only not to show the casuals,
but
the casual MMA fans are the only one. And they're I'm not even talking about normal casuals. I'm talking about even casualer than the casuals.
Buffalo Wild Wings on a Saturday night watching the pay-per-views.
Bro, Conor,
those guys.
It's not Conor no more.
No,
I don't know
not.
what you guys have been watching in his last fights where you're like,
Conor's hairline isn't Conor's hairline anymore.
I'm like, dude,
this is different now.
This is
done.
I don't care how much he tries to say he cares about training.
He does not care.
It doesn't matter, bro. He probably, as everybody, we know, right? Okay, he might train once a day, even twice a day, but
you ain't gonna do nothing on once a day paying your guys $500 some tomato cans to come in so you can beat them up.
Oh, a bunch of yes men. Too.
Yeah,
I bet you anything those training sessions aren't
my God.
When Conor was a young kid in those. I bet you everything's tailor made. Conor's probably choosing what they're doing. I'm just like, dog, it's who cares? I don't care. I'm happy that he said International Fight Week though, because I was like, if they make Conor the headliner for 300, I was gonna be so pissed.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what is he? I don't care what he's done for the sport. He hasn't done anything to deserve the main headliner of 300. I wonder who they're going to make headline 300.
I wonder what they're going to do at all. If he will even... Here's my... I won't beat around the bush. Here's what I think. I think that Conor isn't hyped up about a fight with Mike. I don't think it does anything for him. I think if it was a Nate Diaz or a somebody else of a rematch that he would have to get ready for, he would switch on and be like, all right, I got to really take this serious so I don't get my shit broken again by Dustin and I don't get, fucking beat down and embarrassed by Nate Diaz.
Tapped out.
Yeah, tapped out.
Tapper, whatever they call McChicken or whatever the hell they call
McChicken, McTapper, McNuggets. But I think if it was a name like that, then he will be a little bit more hyped up. I think because it is Mike, and there's not really, I don't think there's really bad blood there. I think there's mutual respect and all of that stuff. I don't think it does anything for him. I think he did the UFC a solid because remember, it wasn't supposed to be Mike there, I think, in the first place. I think it was supposed to be Justin and Dustin as the coaches of the Ultimate Fighter. But they said no. And that's the reason why they got Conor and Mike. Yeah. And so that's what I've heard. And what I see in the landscape is if he was excited to be coming back, if he was excited to be fighting, then you would be training your ass off. Even if it was for International Fight Week, on the layoff that he's had, you'd be 2 to 3 sessions a day right now going hard as shit.
Yeah.
You are not. And I know that because you posted one of my videos that I filmed of Mike from back in the day and all the workouts that he used to do. And he posted along like split screen of him like partying on a yacht, all this stuff, and then showing a clip where he knocks
What's
Mike
funny
out.
too, because I know
That shit's so funny.
Connor's doing that to make us think that he's not training.
Yeah.
But I can still guarantee you he's probably doing yes man training.
It's not real.
Everything's just I guarantee you. I always try to emphasize. I am not a fan of Connor. I love what he did for the sport. I am not a fan of Connor because my thing is I don't care. You can talk, do all the talking shit, but you got to back it up.
Yeah.
And he hasn't backed it up in 6 years, 7 years.
Since Donald Cerrone.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, like I understand what he did, but it's just like, dog, it's so annoying at this point.
Yeah.
And then the amount of shit he talks, it's like, bro, you don't even win.
Yeah.
You don't even win.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's over here talking so much shit all the time about every fighter. Every time there's a big fight, he has to chime in, say some bullshit. It's like, bro, you don't win.
Yeah.
I'll change my tone, but you haven't won.
100%. I like the younger Connor. Even though I hated him back then, because obviously I wanted Chad to knock his bitch ass out. And I knew Chad could definitely be a bad matchup for him because of how fast twitch he is. He does carry heavy hands. But they were a big size difference is what I knew. And of course they asked Chad on 2 weeks, 1 week notice because they knew that dude would be a major problem.
Full
before
training camp,
Jose.
Chad
Full
wins that
training camp, Chad stops him.
Because he was already winning until he got tired.
He was. And it's like, of course, that's like, Chad had to blow his load and see if he could get him out just on that. Because it's like, you're not going to be able to go to the distance. Like, you're coming off of a beer bender hunting trip. And it's like, oh, fuck, I guess I'll take this fight because I'll make a couple mil. You know, of course. But for what he did, it was amazing. And it's like, I think Connor thinks that this Mike fight would be just similar as Chad, which it's not. I think it's completely different. I think it's a good matchup for Connor. But I think this is also good for Mike because it gave him time off and to heal and rest up. And I wish, obviously, and I know this personally, and I'm not putting anything that no one doesn't know out there, but he doesn't train MMA year-round. It's only when he's in camp is when he's training in MMA. And I always thought that like hurts him. He always stays in shape for sure and is very strong, explosive, athletic. But if you get better at the skill thing that you're doing, it will matter more in the cage than lifting certain weights and doing certain hill sprints and things like that. You need that stuff too, but that can't be 90 and then your skill set be 10.
Exactly.
It has to be the other way.
I think, like you said, I think this is the best possible matchup for Connor to come back to. But I still look at it this way, right? I still think Chandler's probably going to train more than him.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Because Chandler's known in the MMA world, but he's not superstar level like Connor.
Yeah.
So he has a lot to gain from this fight. So I feel like Chandler's going to take this fight way more seriously than Connor is.
Yeah.
And I think Connor is underplaying that in his head. And honestly, I feel it's a good matchup for Connor, but I feel like Chandler's going to win it.
It's a possibility.
I feel like Chandler's going to take that one.
I think if Connor takes it lightly, then he could.
I think he's going to. I feel it's Connor got too rich.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants, and I feel like he's trying to tell himself how much he loves MMA, and I know he does. It was his life. It's literally what got him to where he's at. But I feel like when you hit a certain level, no matter what, it's going to change it.
I think this is a retirement fight for both guys.
100%.
That's what I think.
100%.
I think that both guys, you know, I think Connor could go for a title after he beats Mike because obviously they would totally do that to him.
They probably give him a title shot right now. But
they probably would, yeah.
Everybody would go insane if that happened, but they would probably give him a title shot now.
Yeah. For Mike, I don't think they would do that because of Mike's record and all of that. I mean, I think, and here it goes back to this too. And here's how I know people obviously get special treatment and certain treatment is because Dana always comes out and says, I have to offer guys 2-3 fights a year. Otherwise I have to pay them. So Mike hasn't fought in this whole entire time. So have you paid him? Or have you offered him fights and he said no?
Yeah.
And if you have offered him fights, what fights have you offered him?
Yeah.
That's
I
what
wish they would tell us.
I wish. Well, here's the thing. No analyst is asking those questions. They're not asking that at the press conference. Like, hey, Dana, you said you have to offer fights. So what's been Chandler's deal like with being out this whole entire time? Granted, maybe I could text Mike, but obviously we don't text anymore. But if an analyst or an MMA reporter, whatever, should go out there and they should ask about that. Because I'd be curious to know, too, of like, has he been offered fights and turned him down? Does he get paid for fights regardless? Because if you do the math on the money side, if you're waiting this entire time and let's just say the fight doesn't happen, like let's say Conor gets hurt and training, because that's a high chance, now you got to wait another year. Like, how much money have you lost from the time you've not been fighting to all the way waiting to try to get the Conor fight? Especially if they tell
Chandler, this is your fight.
Yeah.
Conor's your fight. So
and then let's say you get out of there and you make $5 million, but over the span of 2 years, would you have made $5 million already anyways?
Yeah, just fighting.
Like, just by fighting? Because now you could get, if you say you want to be a champion, you say you want to win the title, then during this time, you could make your way back up and go through the row of killers again because you have to, because you got beat by Justin, you got beat by Dustin, you got beat by Charles, and then it was the only guys that he's beaten is Dan Hooker coming off a skid, and then Tony Ferguson, who was already on the skid. So those are 2 skid fights that he won, which is great.
Almost lost the Tony one, too.
Almost lost the Tony one, then the Hail Mary front kick, so which is great. But, that first round was
not looking good for Chandler.
A little more time in that first round, it would have been interesting. But with that, I don't know if it makes sense, but it depends on the person and the fighter. Do you want the fame and the same amount of money, or do you really want to be a champion?
Yeah.
And this is what kind of tells us I think everything about both of them is I don't think Mike wants to get back on the road to gold.
Yep.
I think Conor just wants to be relevant. So they kind of are in a good spot for each other is what I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's a retirement fight for both. Cause this is for
if
both
you lose
sides.
to Conor.
If Conor loses to Chandler, Chandler loses to Conor.
Dude, you're out.
You have nothing else.
Yeah,
no one cares. You've already lost so many times. No one cares. If you win, you're not gonna be champ again.
No.
You're not going to beat the people at the top of lightweight division.
No.
So why not go out on a retirement?
You're telling me like either of them could beat Arman Sarukian? No chance.
Dude, me, Nick, David, we've been talked about Arman Sarukian when he first fought Islam.
Yeah.
People don't remember that he gave Islam his hardest fight.
He gave him a run for his money.
Gave him a run for his money.
It was close.
On short notice, he did that. So we've been saying.
He was hecka young. He was hecka young at the time.
It was short notice. Almost like it was a close fight, and then the thing that set back Arman Sarukian is that Mateus Gamrot fight. It was a split decision loss, which everybody thought
Arman won. Yeah,
but man, Arman Sarukian, they're not beating Arman Sarukian.
Oh my god, no,
it's not. It's like
that's not happening.
The people in lightweight nowadays, I don't know. Honestly, I just want this fight to finish and go so we can
move on. Yeah, I can everyone
I'm not excited about watching either of those guys fight. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, same.
Chandler always comes in and gives a war. Like, really? He always comes in and gets his ass fucked up. That's what I see. So I don't care, bro.
Yeah. And I wouldn't want that to be my legacy as well. Like, I want to be known. I would be known for that dude goes in and fucking wins, dude. Like, he dominates, he annihilates guys, he changes guys. Like how we were talking about Justin Gaethje earlier, where it's just like that guy changes people.
Yep.
Like, it changes.
You are not the same after that.
You're not the same person after that stuff.
Especially if you lose to Justin, I would say, or if you go decision, you might win. But like you said, he changes you. It doesn't matter. You're not the same after that.
And I honestly, it's scary as shit to see so here's what I think this happened. So when Justin and Charles fought each other, yes, Justin lost and got clipped and then he got finished with a choke.
Yeah.
But I think Charles goes on to fight Islam after that and literally goes down.
Yeah.
And Islam caught him with a good punch, but I don't think that Charles was recovered even from a win off of Justin. Justin hit Charles one time, and it didn't even hit register in Charles's brain, and he was still kind of there.
And he stepped back, and then fell.
He just fell back.
Yep. It's like the Ngannou-Stipe fight.
That's some scary shit.
Like, Stipe came back way too early, and DC hit him with such a small punch.
And he was out. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And I didn't even think because I didn't think the Islam one was like enough to like, oh, that's going to put him out.
Yeah.
You know, it was clean for sure, but it wasn't like, and obviously you got finished with the arm and head choke. And, but it was, I think that he's been hit harder, you know, but because of being hit with Justin and then that fight, even though it was a win going into that Islam fight, I was like,
he damaged even the first Dustin fight. Yeah. He tore Dustin's quad.
Yeah,
and even Dustin in the rematch, he was talking about how he was actually scared because he knows what he's in for when he fights Justin Gaethje. I think the UFC doctor said Justin has the most dense bones they've ever seen.
Yeah,
and he has the hardest leg kicks. That's why I'm not excited for this Max fight.
Yeah.
Everything that Justin does good is like what Max is not good at.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. I would say last one we'll touch on and we'll end it is, I don't know if you watch him or follow him. I've watched him and followed him because I met him and knew him from Alpha Male in Sacramento and filmed him. And my first interaction with him wasn't the best. I was like, shut up. Yeah. Like, is Mike Malott.
I like him.
When he was a coach there, I remember when I was filming all of Song stuff and then Dwayne and then a bunch of other people, they were working on wrestling that day, and he was just showing them like a single leg. Like he was just showing them a basic single leg. He was like, "Hey, don't film this part. Don't film this part, okay?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, for sure." So when someone tells me that, I'm expecting to see some fucking wizardry, something crazy that they don't want you to see off of a single, and it was just a single leg, like off the cage. Like it was like, yeah, don't film this. So I was like, yeah. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then, but as time went on, I went to really like him. He was a good coach and a good dude. And then I was like, man, he's kind of young to be a coach. I was like, wow, what's going on here? So when he actually went and started to actually fight again, and then was finishing dudes like in the first two, I don't think nothing's gone past two with him. And now he's fighting Neil Magny. Yeah. Bro, let's go.
He's one of these fighters nowadays that's well-rounded everywhere. His ground game's good and his striking is elite. Yeah. The first time I seen him was because he was coaching at Alpha Male and he started holding pads for Cody. Yeah. That's the first time I saw him. Yeah. And then he started fighting. He fought on the Contender Series. Yep. And I was like, oh, that's the guy that was holding for Cody. Yeah. He knocked that fool out. I've been a fan of him. And then, so after his last fight, he won. Yeah. It was a really good fight that he won. When I was at the PI the last time with Cody, he showed up. There? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I went up to him and we talked for a little bit. He was hella cool. So I'm a big fan of Mike.
He's hella cool, yeah.
Yeah, dude. And I honestly think he's going to destroy Neil Magny.
I hope. I'm actually scared for the fight because this is a really big test for Mike, I think. Anytime when it's one of those Colorado guys from like Team Evolution, or I'm sorry, Elevation, they fucking scare me.
Cardio.
Dude, cardio. Dude.
My thing is this: if he watches that last fight with Ian Gary that Neil Magny had, the leg kicks. Yeah, that's gonna win the fight for Mike. Yeah. I honestly feel like Mike is such a good striker. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna blast those legs, and then I honestly feel like he's gonna submit Neil Magny.
That'd be sick.
I think, and that's this weekend.
Yeah, it is this weekend.
So I think he submits Neil Magny in like round 2. I think he's going to destroy him on the feet. It's going to end up on the floor and he'll submit him.
Oh, I fucking hope so. Yeah. and not because I don't like Neil Magny, but it's just because like Mike is such on a tear right now, and he's young. He's fucking a finisher. Yeah. This could be really big and put him on. That's like he's almost co-main. So it's going to be good. But dude, we talked about it a lot. Yeah, that was good. That was awesome. Make sure you share, like, do all the subscribe, comment down below. Alex's first guest on this show. And, thank
you for having me.
Yeah, go follow everything that he does. Appreciate you, man. And, that's it. Thanks for watching, you guys. Appreciate you. Go follow this man right here.
Peace.
Peace.